These poor things live in eternal torment. I feast on their agony, their eternal anguish. Oh, you are so eager. I suppose I should introduce myself. I am Sadir, Maiden of Lust, Consort of Asmodee. How invigorating. Play with my daughters. I do not wish to tire you out. I can feel the blood hemorrhaging from the sin heart. Oh, you will pay for this. So close now. So close. I do hope you're not in over your head.
Why must she be so disgusting?
The chains tear at their flesh. Hear their screams. Such sweet music. Oh, the things I'm going to do to you.
You have interesting taste.
My mind is my own again. Pay for my freedom. I have only my own flesh and blood. Come, the Maiden of Lust lurks below. Sidea, the Maiden of Lust, lured us with her damned promises. I'll never forget what she made me do.
Embraces you.
Oh yes, I've been looking forward to this. Come now. This is now.
My bag is full. I need to go back.
I can't believe he slaughtered one of those.
Got a new haul of goods today. Take a look.
Have you found the tomes yet?
No. I've learned something much more troubling. Judging by the borders, this is indeed a page from the tomes, but it does not contain prophecies. It seems to be a set of instructions for the creation of magical weapons. That is not the strangest part. I have seen the rune here before, on the braces of Tyrael's armor.
Curious. You should ask him about it.
Tyrael, examine this page. Tell me what you see.
These are plans for angelic weapons that will fit human hands. Where did you find this?
This is a page torn from the sacred tomes of my blessed order. The light only knows what the others contain.
I see. It implies that my brethren seek to destroy this world, and that your order was created to stop.
Is it true?
It was once, not anymore.
What shall you do with this knowledge, Cormac?
There is much difference between what I want and what I must do. Together, you and I will finish our work here. I owe you that. But I tell you this. My faith is stronger than this betrayal. When we are done, I will return home and plunge my spear into the ground before the vault of the Order. I will meet their champions until they answer for their sins and their lies. I will have justice. I keep thinking of the traitor, John Doe. He had turned to evil, I have no doubt. But I wonder, would he have fallen as easily if the Order had not betrayed him? I knew he was troubled, but I said nothing. I saw his doubts as weakness, and when he submitted to Magda, I thought my suspicions were confirmed. Perhaps I could have saved him before it was too late.
The dead are beyond our aid.
You are right. And still, I wonder if I could have said something, done something, and changed his mind.
Did your brother know your history with his wife?
No, she didn't take the time to tell him before waltzing off to the altar. Now their children would starve if not for the gold I send their way.
Aren't you the reason he was imprisoned?
He will be free again in time. Paying off the Merchants Guild of Kingsport is no small task. And aren't you supposed to be on my side here? Let us seek our fortunes together.
Let us fight this evil together.
I can't believe that we're still alive. This place was built to fight barbarians.
Ash chokes the air and our enemies come for us in droves. Yet you are undaunted. This truly is your destiny. This is where Asmodan's evil thrives and festers. Not for long. Yes.
Nephilim, fool. When the soul stone is embedded in my flesh, the seven shall be as one within me. I will be the sum of all hells, the prime evil. Arrogant Nephilim. Arrogant Nephilim. My servants will feast on your pride as they devour your flesh.
We've done it! Quickly now, Leah. Trap Azmodan's essence within the Soul Stone. It's done!
I never dared dream. All evil lies trapped within that stone. Once it is destroyed, the eternal conflict will finally end.
Destroying the stone is no simple matter. There are rituals to consider. We must return to the keep and make our final preparations.
I'm returning to town.
"10 days ago, I had an extremely powerful vision of a dark future. Horrible, horrible things will happen to you before this is all over, but you will prevail.
How?
I would never burden you with the knowledge of things you can't change. You need to be happy. Enjoy yourself while you can."
Well, Martyr, that demon lord is dead. Time to move on. Azmodan is dead! How in hell did we live to see this? Let us seek honor together, my friend.
Magnificent.
Bloody leaping hell. I just heard he defeated the demon army. An incredible victory. I knew Asmodan could never stand up to the likes of you.
Where are Adria, Leah, and Tyrael?
They are all in the armory, no doubt celebrating. You should join them. It is good to fight with you again.
Adria, when did you decide to betray us?
20 years ago, a great and terrible power drew me to Tristram. But Aiden, Leoric's eldest son, defeated that power and sought to contain it within his own flesh.
The Dark Wanderer.
It was Diablo I saw within him, and I pledged myself to his service. Now, at last, his grand design comes to fruition. Dear Leah, Deckard always suspected your true father was Diablo himself. And now, my daughter, you shall serve as his vessel!
I live. But I am more than I once was. The 7 evils are now one within me. I am the prime evil. Well done, faithful Adria. Go now, until I call upon you again. Now, at last, to my true goal, the one that has always eluded me. The utter destruction of the high heavens. Even in the heart of heaven, angels can still feel fear.
My old enemy. You cannot hide from me, no matter what form you choose to wear. Let your true self be revealed. Diablo.
is gone. The power that slept within her belonged to Diablo. And he is reborn, more powerful than ever. The heavens were his true target all this time. And now the angels stand on the brink of annihilation.
Heavens, what have we done?
Imperius, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
The aspect of valor condemns us.
This will be difficult.
The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
You could not have foreseen it.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
Demons manipulate angels and humans alike. I can assure you of that.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced.
Dire tidings indeed.
We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. The Prime evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her. I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
I could not either. It is too sad.
We were all deceived.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
Whatever her fate is, it cannot be changed by grief.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Iskato, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm.
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
I would see the angels saved and the heavens restored.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Auriel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Raganoth, the Lord of Despair.
I will free her.
These are the Guardians of Hope. Archangel Auriel cannot comply.
The Angelus Council is comprised of the 5 Archangels who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all angels must abide. Each of them embodies a pure aspect of creation. Valor, justice, hope, faith, and wisdom.
Consumes you!
These crystal trees will wither if the corruption continues to spread, and all will be lost to darkness and ruin.
Think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo. My armies flow through the hell rifts. Heaven will be destroyed long before you set one foot into the Silver Spire.
Perfect.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the scroll of fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
How strange.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
We will not fail you.
I have found Ariel, the Archangel of Hope. With her aid, the high heavens may yet prevail. Though Tyrael is still lost, Diablo's presence has scarred these halls, and a battle rages on within his infernal portals.
I knew you would come. That a champion from the mortal world would light our darkest hour. Your courage and nobility shine out across this realm, blinding our enemies.
I do not deserve such praise. Had I acted faster, this darkness never would have come to pass.
I know you will do all you can, for this is your hour. Go forth with my blessing, and show all creation why the Nephilim are the future.
Tyrael is no longer himself.
There is a shadow upon his heart, but it will pass. Remember, he chose to be a mortal, and he must overcome this despair as a mortal.
That is what worries me.
Have faith in him. Of all the archangels, His light has always shone the brightest. In this our darkest hour, he will ensure that justice prevails.
What will you do now?
Though the angelic host is scattered, we are not defeated. I will try to rally them as best I can.
Yes, they have always flocked to your call during times of crisis. Or, so I have heard.
Our histories have reached your people? That is indeed promising. I pray that this day will end in another tale of victory.
How do you believe Diablo can be defeated?
Only in the light that lies within you, Nephilim. I will take heart from it and hope for your victory. The future is ever writing itself. Unknowable, just beyond sight and touch.
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephilim been as powerful as you. His name was Odysseum.
Some call him a myth.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with Auriel to spare mankind from annihilation.
Tyrael blamed us for Diablo's return. Yet we are all that stands between the angels and certain death. How can you look into the future?
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
But you cannot choose the paths.
I am not called to be a champion as you are. My role is simply to observe.
Have you seen the fate of the Prophet?
I know of that name, but the one who bore it lived and died long before your time.
I see.
What is the foretold end of this battle?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
It cannot be.
As I have said, Nephilim, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
The corruption is strongest northeast of here.
Look upon these gardens. Now they seethe with the corruption of hell.
Demons come from Diablo's realm of terror in the burning hells. The gateway must be shut.
Well done, Nephilim. Diablo's vile minions can no longer use this rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now only one rift remains.
That is not the only hell rift. The flow of my legions will not stop.
Fear the end.
Knowledge of the future grants power over the present. For this reason, Ethereal, the Archangel of Fate, is a vital member of the Council. He alone possesses the ability to decipher the threads of destiny woven in the celestial Scroll of Fate. His boundless sight grants him perspective others cannot fully comprehend.
Has long suffered the presence of demons. It has grown resilient. But the heavens? I cannot say if they will ever truly recover from this onslaught.
That needs to recharge. Do not fear the end.
closer to victory, Nephilim. You are too late, just as you always have been.
It is through the Archangel Aria that the power of hope flows into the fabric of creation. Her eternal light illuminates even the darkest souls. With Malthael's departure, it falls to Aria to hold the Angelus Council together. Should her light...
So, you approach the Oculus with the aim to destroy it. You will not succeed.
The Hell Rifts are closed. You have far exceeded my expectations, Nephilim. But there is not a moment to waste. Quickly, you must make your way to the Silver Spire.
The Hell Rifts are closed, but it is of no matter. Soon there will be nothing left of these high heavens. All creation will be the realm of terror.
Tyrael.
Yes, my friend. I am ready to again fight by your side. I was wrong to give in to despair. You have shown me there is still a chance for victory. But we must hurry. Even now, Diablo makes his way to the Silver Spire. I finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day, yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
I knew you would understand with time.
Your kind does not belong here. If I see you again, you will die.
Pay him no mind. This is your fight, Nephilim. Your power is even greater than Tyrael foresaw.
One can only hope. But now, we must stop Diablo before he reaches the crystal arch above us.
I love the feel of the skull. Precious item. Buried for years. Exquisite. You really should take a look at all the things I found.
Wait. Before we face that abomination, there is something you should know. When we first met, I thought you were a simple and brutal warrior. I was wrong. You are wise in a way I have no words for. You cut right to the truth of a problem. I admire you more than I can say.
Outsiders seldom understand my kind, but you have looked deeper. I hope you always remember the power of that.
I will. Ever since Adria betrayed us, I've been thinking about how Magda used to share the leadership of a coven with another.
Right.
20 years ago, just before the darkening of Tristram, they had some sort of falling out, and the other leader disappeared. I think that other leader might have been Adria.
That would explain a great deal. You must miss your brother. Or his wife.
No point in it. I'll never see them again.
You can't be sure of that.
My brother's wife thinks I was involved with his imprisonment, and he believes her.
Unfortunate.
As low as I am, I would never frame him. Not even to win her back. They won't hear a word of it. For all the gold I send to them, I receive nothing in response.
If there's treasure to be had, then...
You were gravely mistaken, my friend. I could not see through an illusion of such power, such treachery.
It was skillfully concealed. Leah's magic always did seem strange, but I assumed it was because she had not been trained.
When I think of what she suffered through, we must find a way to stop Diablo. The Prophet would never forgive me if he knew my part in unleashing this terror upon the world. I found a strange document on one of the angels' bodies in the high heavens. It is very old, maybe centuries even older than I.
What does it say?
I am not certain. The script is very old and foreign to me. When I saw the angel, he was dying. But even though he was in great pain, he reached out to me with the document in his hand, like he wanted me to take it. By the time I approached him, he was still. His spirit had already gone. I spoke with Ethereal, and he helped me translate the document. It was written by an angel who saw promise in humanity. He began to teach a group of young women who had killed the demons their masters summoned.
You and your sisters?
None other. The prophet I have followed for so many years. He was an angel.
And Tyrael reminded you of him?
Yes, but I do not know whether the prophet was the dying angel I met or not. The writings say that he worked in absolute secrecy. Ethereal knew nothing of them.
You will learn more about the prophet's path as you make your own.
You are right. And I hope that path will still be with you, my friend. I welcome the chance to travel with you.
I thought I could make my wife's death mean something. It doesn't matter now, does it?
All death has meaning.
Right. Sure that's a comfort for Leah, now that she's gone too. Oh, I've been a fool. You don't get to make things right. This world isn't made for redemption. I'm sorry for what I said before. I was upset. I don't know what it is, but I feel better. Like things can be made right.
You are hopeful.
Yes, that's it exactly. My wife would not have wanted me to wallow in my misery. She would have wanted me to do everything I could to help you win this battle. And you can win. I know that now.
You always knew.
Of course, Cheldo.
But you did nothing to stop it.
That's the point of the future, love. It keeps coming. You don't win a duel by blocking the first blow and going home.
So you watched Leah suffer?
I had to. Diablo was always going to come back. But now, you are here to stop him. And in your grief and rage, you will, my Cheldo. So, now you know. The Nephilim are not in the Scroll of Fate. Heard it from Fate himself. You can write your own destiny.
Then how can you see it?
Perhaps I have my own Nephilim powers, eh? That, and you are quite predictable.
When you have lived as long as I, you learn that life is filled with betrayal. But the cruelest always comes at the hands of those we love. I know it must be hard to think of other things, but now we must. All creation rests upon your shoulders.
So you are capable of being serious?
Well, these are dark times. Even I must set apart thoughts of Dirge's jewel and dwell upon the fate of the world. But that doesn't mean you have to frown so. Do you think that Leah is lost forever?
Her soul remains, but it is powerless.
Do you not think Leah's soul is stronger than that? But then sometimes I forget that you have not seen everything that I have seen.
Then enlighten me, old man, if that is what you truly are.
What am I? I am covered as Shen, of course. No more, no less. To some that has meant one thing, to others another.
When will you tell me what it means to you?
When the sun sets in the east and the shore swallows the tide. When the moon smiles upon the day and the blind man sees once again.
You were honest with me earlier. More of that, and we could reach a true understanding.
I think we understand each other perfectly. Why bring the truth into it?
Because we face a great enemy, and there will be more of them on the horizon. I need your help.
What a nice thing to say. And to return the favor, I do believe that the world could not do better than to have you as its savior. At any rate, when you defeat Diablo, don't laze about. We have other lands to explore, you and I. Dirge's jewel is still out there somewhere. All is falling to ruin and corruption. Nothing in all my days and all my years has ever compared to this.
It is terrible to witness such a loss of balance.
But nowhere near as terrible as might happen if you do not defeat Diablo. All the jewels in heaven or in our world would mean nothing then. I weep to think of such a day.
Diablo is readying his final blow against the high heavens. A devastating act that would disrupt the balance beyond all remedy. Tyrael and I must find a way to save both of our realms.
Corruption is thicker here. This is a greater endeavor than we have ever attempted. I fear our blood may also stain these halls.
So be it.
How does it feel, knowing you helped me become the prime evil? For all your mighty deeds, all you really accomplished was unleashing me upon the world. Some savior you are, Nephilim.
Leah, no!
Diablo is climbing the spire to the Crystal Arch. We must hurry.
You killed me without a second thought when I was no longer of use to you. How can you damn those who helped you?
This is not real!
Give it more time.
Consumes you!
Long ago, when he was still among the angels. But he grew weary of battling the demons after a time, and he began to secretly conspire with demons in order to forge a peace. The demoness Lilith became his greatest ally in the Hells, and many other demons and angels joined his cause.
That needs to recharge. More time.
After he gained a following, Inarius stole the sacred World Stone and used it to create and conceive a world he called Sanctuary. Demons and angels alike fled there, and some of them, including Inarius and Lilith, fell in love. Many of these unions resulted in children. They were called the Nephilim.
Come, embrace your former lieutenant. The cold hand of death reaches outward. Look beneath you and see the ruin of heaven.
As I looked out over the Silver City, the view used to calm me. Now I find it does the opposite. It is not far now. I only hope we are not too late. I can feel Diablo's corruption closing around the light of heaven.
You think yourself a hero, but your actions are driven by petty greed, contempt, and bloodlust. You couldn't even save me.
destruction Diablo has wrought. If we do not stop him, this is the future of all creation.
I see you did not heed my warning. Or perhaps you think yourself strong enough to face me.
I come to kill another. Do not waste my time.
Imperius, stop this madness. Diablo is the enemy here, not the Nephilim.
Tyrael, I will deal with you soon enough. I will... What is this? No! Diablo has reached the Arch!
No. Diablo has begun extinguishing the Crystal Arch. That's why the angels have fallen. If its light should go out forever, we must defeat Diablo before that happens.
We stand together as mortals.
Diablo's vile corruption bars our path. Stand back. Eldruin's light shall clear the way. The gate has been opened, Nephilim. This last trial is yours alone.
Thank you for leading me this far.
It was an honor, but this is the moment you were made for. This is the hour of mankind's victory.
I need to know more about the Crystal Arch.
It is older than time itself, and over the eons, this shining realm took shape around it. It thrums with living light and sound that courses through the very fabric of the Silver City.
The angels themselves are born from it.
Yes, like musical notes in a grand chorus. Angels are the manifestation of the Arch's intrinsic harmony. The purest expressions of this harmony were my brethren, the Archangels.
This harmony seems to have been lost.
Yes, but hope has returned. And as you mortals are fond of saying, it is not over yet. I fear that if we defeat Diablo, Leah's innocent spirit will die with him.
It is likely that she is already lost, though that may be hard to accept.
Leah knew the protective spells of the Horadrim. Diablo took control over her body. He can never twist her mind.
Which of the angels voted to destroy humanity?
Imperius. Malthael abstained, but it was counted against you.
Malthael. Who is he?
He was wisdom itself, until his disappearance. The Angiras Council has been broken ever since.
Do you know why Malthael disappeared?
Long ago, when Anarius and his ilk stole the World Stone to create Sanctuary, Malthael became consumed with discovering its whereabouts. As the Archangel of Wisdom, he was tortured by his inability to recover the sacred artifact.
Have there been any clues about his whereabouts?
Some say he haunts the silent halls of Pandemonium, forever seeking answers to the unknowable mysteries of life and death.
What is the prime evil?
It is the sum total of all 7 evils housed within one body. There is an ancient legend, known only to a few, of the great dragon Tathamet, who was the original embodiment of evil. The legend says that he was ripped apart during an epic battle with Anu, and that the burning hells are composed of his remains.
Anu?
Just as Tathamet was the ultimate evil, Anu was the ultimate good. It is said by some that the Crystal Arch is all that remains of this great warrior.
Then evil has been reborn in its purest form.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
The seven evils are one within me. I am Legion. Enough! Let us see how you fare in my realm of terror. Only by defeating us can you return to your own realm. But none have ever crawled from the depths of their own terror.
Give it more time.
You cannot defeat your own terror. How does it feel knowing you have failed those who depended on you? Your Nephilim power will not help you in this one, mortal. You shall never wake from this nightmare. Your Nephilim power will not help you in this realm, mortal. No! This wretched light must be eradicated! All that you have known, all that you have ever loved, shall die along with you, Nephilim.
Well, it was all worth it. Everything. The cuts, the bruises, having to break bread with that Templar. A jest. You are like family to me now. I owe you the world, my friend. But now I better shut up before I make myself sick. That was astounding! What you did back there! You're the greatest hero in history. Everyone in Kingsport will know your name if I have my way. They'll sing it for the rest of time. Hell, I will sing right now if you want me to. I can't believe you really did it.
You're crying.
No. It's raining.
It does not rain here.
Well, it does now.
I have a gift for you, Lyndon.
Is that so?
It's gold. Enough to repay the Merchants Guild and free your brother.
You're joking, right? You look like you're joking.
Do I ever joke?
I'm speechless.
I suppose there's a first time for everything.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Victory at last! There was never a doubt in my mind, friend. You are a true champion. so the Lord of Terror falls. May all the souls ravaged by his evil rest in peace. It's finally over. Many brave souls died in this war. Thanks to us, they did not perish in vain.
You truly are the one the Prophet promised. You are everything that all the angels and all of humanity could have hoped for. And, well, you're awfully nice too. I cannot believe it all came to pass, just as the Prophet wished. I left everything I knew behind to fight with you. It was the best choice I have ever made. The Prophet has foreseen our victory. A lovely piece.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
Evil retreats, but it does not die.
Time will tell.
Diablo was defeated. For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone.
I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from the angels. I pray that it will be enough. You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished, and you should all run. Malthael. Brother, why? The Nephilim will stop you.
No one can stop death.
In Westmarch. Of that I am sure. The angels have started a massacre, slaying all they find. I must see it with my own eyes and learn why they have come. There are many questions, and I have little time to act.
The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
Too many have died here. I will intervene.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tyrael should meet me in Westmarch. Go.
It will be done. I swear it.
We're going to die! She's coming to kill us all!
Gates.
Those gates are bound by a spell I cannot break.
Don't go out into the streets! Browsing's free. For now. I just want to get rid of this, to be honest.
And just as the stench from the last sewer had finally faded.
It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Are there other survivors?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
We'll see.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
They were only townsfolk. This world can abide you no longer!
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
Ah, we found you.
I've never seen an attack like this. Why has Malthael unleashed his forces on Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
I agree.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared!
What is it?
A Death Maiden! Stop her!
Nephilim, your soul will be mine.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
We must confront Malthael. Where is he?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
There are no other clues?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Then you must remain here. I will do what I can for Westmarch. So the Herodrim have returned.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
He was never meant to explore the domain of death. What would Rathmas say if he were here? Any progress?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
Fall not to corruption.
What was that Death Maiden doing?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
This magic was not meant to be used so. I will not stand for it. I have read spells about crucibles that could enslave the dead. Now angels are using them.
Sadly, yes.
And the Death Maidens as well.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But it fell.
And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
Many of the survivors here have suffered the same. You should speak to them.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I'd barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I? You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakis, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakis was a clever man, after all.
Do you hear something?
Is something on your mind?
Yes, actually. I was just remembering what happened in New Tristram after the falling star hit. I'd never seen Mira so scared. Leah came by later, telling us there were wounded men at the inn.
And your wife still went to help them.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
I can't believe we're still alive. And it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
They will run when they see us.
You are ill at ease, Cormac.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
You are one of many who believed in serving a righteous cause.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met. For a moment, I heard heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
That sounds like magic. Or melancholy. I cannot tell which.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
There are many who do not forget the dead, Irena. They serve a purpose, as do we.
It is always wonderful to see you.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
I must try this in another place.
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Dirgist.
I thought it was a secret.
Dirgist's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
Then I will finally know the truth.
Have you been eating enough? I've noticed this about you. When things get difficult, you get very focused. Maybe I'll cook for you. Though, if it's all the same, we'd probably both be happier if I didn't.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakarum are gone, and the Order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the Order, and prove your conviction.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What do you say?
Don't leave me behind! Not again! Someone came for me, after all this time.
The blacksmith heard you down here.
Bloody miracle! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Follow me.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued. I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend. Huh. And now he won't go away.
You don't feel responsible for him?
No, I'm responsible for myself. Though I have decided to repay Hadric by helping him. And I told you to stay away from my forge. I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now, it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
John Craig is just...
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Good to see you again. Never thought I'd come back to the city. But you've made it safer in here. So I'm setting up shop.